Good day, YouTube. It's about the 10th of June, 2022. It's a Friday. I took the day off today. Got a lot of stuff I need to get done. I've been working on the bus just a little bit, catching up on things that quite honestly I've been putting off. Just didn't really want to do them, I guess. But the weather's getting a little bit better. At least it ain't raining at the moment. And I needed to address the generator. I've dealt with this before. We've had the bus about 3 years. We really haven't, done much with it other than, some remodel, some repairs, maintenance kind of thing. But we're on about a 6-month road to retirement. Actually, my wife's going to beat me there by a few months, so we've already started that process. But this generator, the fuel system wasn't great when we got this 3 years ago. It's kind of a son of a gun to work on. You can see how far back the carburetor is, and if you're old and got a back as bad as mine, that's really a son of a gun. So I've played with it, and quite honestly, last year it run horribly, and I knew I was going to have to deal with it. My back is maybe just a little bit better, and I thought, well, today's going to be the day. I'm going to attack that carburetor, at least get it off of there. It might take me multiple days, and then let my back recover to get this thing cleaned up and so forth. So that was what I started off doing today. But before I left this late last summer, early fall, something like that, I dumped a whole bunch of Seafoam in it and ran it. It ran bad, but I ran it, and then I did that 3 or 4 times, it seems like, to allow the fuel and Seafoam to sit in the carburetor, give it a few days and fire it up again, run like garbage. But then pretty much just let it sit all winter, and I haven't tried to start it until this morning from sometime last year. I would say September, October. So the fuel tank, it's this gasoline generator, by the way. Fuel tank is up there. Obviously it's a diesel motorhome, so that's a gasoline tank separate from everything. I've put a new filter and stuff on it. I've drained all the fuel out of it actually today. But before I drained the fuel, I pumped up the squeeze bulb and got fuel to the fuel pump and cranked it, and it actually started right up. And it ran fine. It ran good. I ran it for 20-30 minutes. It never missed a beat. I turned a little bit of load on inside and it didn't phase it at all. You can't imagine how happy I am about that. So I shut it back down and went after the fuel system, i.e. it was probably about 9 gallons of fuel in that tank. I drained it out, just got a piece of hose and a can, took a couple cans. So anyway, the fuel that was in there wasn't bad. What I put in there was all non-ethanol fuel, but there was still fuel in that tank. I never drained it out when we got this, so it was time to get it all out of there 100%, which I did. I actually threw the first can in my tracker, burned it, and then I put the rest of it in other stuff around here. Again, it wasn't bad fuel, but it's going to continue to sit this year, and it's time to make it super fresh. So I got rid of all the fuel that was in the tank. I just went down and got 5 gallons of non-ethanol fuel. Yep, $6 a gallon. Ouch! I put a new fuel filter in line, and of course checked the oil and everything is super good to go. And I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put a can of Seafoam in this can, 5 gallons. Yep, a whole can of Seafoam in the fuel can. Y'all can say what you want to about Seafoam. Some people love it, some people say it's a joke. But it is not a joke. I'm unbelievably ecstatic. I keep many cans of this on a shelf all the time. And I'm going to put that can in the 5 gallons of fuel. This is one of those battery operated pumps. You can just get them online. You can get them at auto parts stores and so forth. Pretty handy for pumping fuel into my tank here especially. I need to shut my bay doors to get to it, but that's the gas cap back there that I need to pump into, and it's kind of a pain. So I just slide it down into my gas can. I need to set it up on something because the hose is a little short. and we'll start pumping fuel in this thing. Then I got a brass valve on the bottom of the tank. We'll open that up, we'll squeeze the bulb, we'll get the generator fired back up, and we'll be good to go. I'm probably going to let it run for a while today. I'm going to be working around the shop anyway, so we'll just put an hour or two on it to make sure it's good. I may go back and get another 5 gallons of non-ethanol fuel if I got another $36 burning a hole in my pocket. Alright, let me get this party started. So here's a setup, guys. Those little battery pumps are pretty cool. If you know, sometimes you see these things on TV and you go, yeah, this thing's a joke. No, it works good. You see how easy this is. Otherwise, this thing just doesn't fill well. It takes a funnel, but you can see the way the nozzle thing goes in there. It's at a 90-degree angle. It's pretty hard to get gas in there without, you know, getting something that goes up. So this way it just pumps it right on in. It's awesome. So we'll just let it pump. Again, I put that can of Seafoam in the fuel can, so it's taking it all in there. We'll get this thing all pumped in there, and we're gonna fire it up and run it for a while. All right, fuel is in it. At least 5 gallons is in it. Seafoam's in it. I got the bulb all pumped up, got fuel up where it needs to be. The generator itself has an electric fuel pump on it, so as soon as it cranks, it pumps. I think when I squeeze the bulb, it actually pushes past that electric pump too. So I think it's got gas in the carburetor. Based on what little experience I have with it, let's start it. I just remembered this has a start button out here. Let's see if it works. Nope. Doesn't work. Good old Kohler, 1800 RPM. He's a workhorse. Alright gang, probably got some other videos coming up on the bus because I want to get after a few things, but yeah, it's a time of year when things get super busy for me too, so we'll fit in what we can fit in, guys. Thanks for watching, appreciate the comments, subscribe if you haven't already, thumbs up on the way out the door. We'll catch you on the next video.